Carol, Angels Sewing and Quilting, and it is Wednesday at 6:30, and it is our Stitches and Stories night, where if you're new to us, this is where each week I will sometimes do demos, and then, and talk about things that are new and talk about classes and show you some stuff. And also, not every week, but some weeks we have, I'll do some interviews and we'll be talking to people. So tonight we will be joined just in a couple of minutes with Sarah from Brother. We are going to talk tonight all about the print moda. So stay tuned for that. Now, also, what I wanted to tonight is the first prize drawing for our Maiden Found, our block of the week Maiden Found with Allison Glass. I've been seeing all of your pictures. I'm really happy all the people that are in it. I think that's so cool. So when Sarah is done, I will be announcing the winner for that. And the first prize is a $25 gift card to Angels, plus a couple of things from my sewing studio here. And I picked one so far, but I want to know if you're a bag maker or a quilter. Then I can kind of pick appropriately. So there's that. Just a couple of more things. And that's what I was going to say. The Anna tote bag class, there's a bag class coming up and it got sold out pretty quickly. And then we found that we had quite a few people on the wait list. So we just added a new one. So if you are one of those people that were on the wait list, we added a new class for it, an additional class, and it's Friday, June 7th at 10 a.m. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to that. You guys also have time still to sign up for Alice's Serger Club. The first one is May 11th. She's going to be having these monthly. And then the next one is May 11th and May 21st. I thought they were by the month, but I'm not sure about that. This is like a new sheet for me that April made for me. So there's that. Oh, that's right. Another one, because I know there was a few of you. I know I didn't talk to you last week because I was at H&H. I was in Chicago. Because it seems like I haven't talked to you on here. It has. It's been like almost 2 weeks. So we also added, because that week, I believe, is when we were talking about the 𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 that Alice just came back from being certified from. And we did add another lecture. So, and these are not prerequisites for any of the 𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗀 classes that Alice does. But we had quite a few people that missed out on that lecture and want to, hear what it is all about again. So we do have another one scheduled. That one is scheduled for June 11th. So there's that. And hi to everybody there. Oh, I think that's my neighbor that's on too. Hi, Ann and Linda and Sharon, Joanne, Lynn. Yeah. So, all right. I think we're good. Let's get this going with the print moda. And if any of you, I'll kind of be manning the questions here. So if anybody has any questions on the print moda, just go ahead and ask away, and I'll just, flag Sarah and we'll get your question answered. So without any further ado, I'm going to invite Sarah on from Brother. And there we go.
Hello.
Sarah.
Hi, everybody.
So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to get you guys inspired and show you everything that the print moda can do.
It's a very cool machine. I mean, when I went to the experience and I was, we did a class on it, and I just thought it was so cool, especially, of course it goes hand in hand with the Art Spirit app, which I know you're going to go over, but I was able to create like my own fabric for the bottom of a bag, which is like, it's so cool. There's so many things that you can do with it. So
it's very cool. Yeah. And not only does it print on fabric, but it prints on paper. So you can it's an all-in-one fun machine. as I like to say.
So in other words, like for someone that already has a printer at home,
Yeah.
or is in the market for a printer, why not get one that does it on fabric and paper? So it can replace your regular printer that you have.
Exactly. I gave away my old printer and I do everything on my Printmoda now. Printing documents, I print on photo paper, cardstock, fabric, you name it. So yeah, it's definitely great if you have been, let's say you have black and white printer and you want to upgrade to color. This is a great way to do it and get lots of other features built in. If you just have an older printer, you can get rid of it and completely replace it with the Printmoda.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well, everyone, please don't hesitate to ask questions. I don't need to just talk at you. I'd love to have a conversation. So if you have questions as I'm talking and showing you different projects, please put them in the chat.
Perfect. So you know what I'm going to probably do? I'm probably going to take myself off so they can have the whole screen of you, and I'll come on when there's a question to let you know.
Yeah,
So
sounds
you
great.
can you don't have to worry about that. So I'll do that.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. It's hard to know where to get started because there's so much I want to tell you about. But I guess we'll start at the basics, right? So Brother, you may only know them for sewing and embroidery machines, but they're really big in the home, device space. So printers, fax machines, scanners. So they kind of combined their two worlds and they made a fabric printer for us. Now, it looks like a pretty standard printer that you may have seen before. The big difference is this tray at the bottom. Now, this is our fabric roll tray. So, whoops. Gotta be gentle with her. So this is our roll of fabric right here. This is 100% cotton, non-stretch woven fabric. And it is pre-treated to accept the inks in the printer. It is also pre-backed. So you see that shiny backing on there. And we love that it's pre-backed because that just means that it can feed through the printer without creating any bumps or wrinkles in your print. It is very easy to load in. So I do it one-handed all the time. You put it fabric side down, shiny side up, and you just roll it back until it reaches the back of the tray here. There's some little teeth, and that's what helps to grab the fabric and pull it into the printer when you're ready to print a project. And that's it. And then we just have to set it into the machine. And we're ready to print. So really easy to set up right out of the box. You just have to install your inks. Your inks live right here. And they are standard inkjet inks. So these are probably pretty familiar to you. And this one's almost empty because I like to print a lot of things in pink. So these are just really standard inkjet inks. And like I said, the fabric roll is pre-treated to accept inkjet inks. And once you print something, you let it dry for 15 minutes. The inks are locked in there and you are ready to start creating with your fabric. The fabric roll is 5 yards on a roll. And Angels is actually going to include a free roll of fabric if you purchase a Printmoda today. So that's awesome. So you get a starter roll in the box. It's about 1.5 yards, maybe a little less. And then you'll also get a free roll. So you'll have about 6.5 yards to start with and start printing projects, which is awesome. All right, so I want to start showing you some of my amazing projects that I've made. I've really pushed the limits of this fabric and the printer. I wanted to really, really see what I could do with it. So I have lots of stuff to show you.
Okay, so we do have a question.
Yeah.
And Sharon is asking about how expensive is the ink? And maybe also you can maybe just, touch upon how, like about how much does it use? Like how long does it last?
Absolutely. So The ink. So I'll start with the pricing. It runs around $120 to get a full set. So that's magenta, cyan, yellow, and a really large cartridge for black. It'll run you around $120. And one set of ink will print 35 yards of fabric. Pretty cool, right? It really lasts a long time. So that's 7 rolls it will print of fabric, 5 yards on a roll, 35 yards of fabric. And I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to talk to the techs from Japan who designed this machine. And they kind of have to figure out how long the ink is going to run. So I can tell you that they printed this. You can see it's a really big, very color intensive. They printed this over and over and over and over again until they ran out of ink, and they got 35 yards. So I'm giving it to you straight here. I'm telling you exactly how they got that figure. That's not something that we made up, and we're just telling you guys. They really, really tested that, and they got 35 yards of fabric from one set of ink. All right, I see another question. Is it a regular printer? Yes, I will get back around to that. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the fabric first, and then we will talk about all the other features. Okay, so this is the first one I want to show you. This is a really cute little print that I did with a photo, and I made it into a pillowcase. And we're going to talk about Brothers 𝗤𝗂𝗏𝗏 app. The printer is designed to be used with the 𝗤𝗂𝗏𝗏 app, and you can find lots of free goodies on the app, like this template. So these little shapes all around the edges, I did not do that. The 𝗤𝗂𝗏𝗏 app had this all set up and ready to go for me. I just dropped in my photo, I printed it out, I had a pillowcase ready to go. You can design your own fabric on the app. That's what I did to make this applique for my hat here. I designed my own fabric, I printed it, and then I stitched it onto the hat. And fun fact about this hat, this was a mess up. I messed up an embroidery design. You can see my mess up there on the back. But with the print Moda fabric, I was able to save it and add some value. I think it looks even cuter than it would have with my original embroidery design. For all my quilters out there, I put it to the test with quilting. I really wanted to see if the ink would crack at all when I stitched all over it. And I can tell you confidently, and I'm showing it to you, this is a really dark, print heavy fabric. I printed all of this out on the print Moda, and I stitched it, I quilted it on my luminaire. Look how gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Also for my quilters, I pieced together a little photo quilt. So I used my printed fabric, the squares in the middle. Look at that. And I have steamed this, pressed it, ironed it, washed it, dried it in the dryer, and it's still looking fresh. Looks gorgeous. Okay, so you can wash this. It is recommended to wash it with cold water and to air dry. But again, I was really testing the limits of this product. So I threw it in the dryer, you guys, and it survived. Looks just as good as when I started making it. For my crafters out there, I went ahead and created this layout. This is actually a mouse pad. See my little rubber backing there? So I created this design in the 𝗤𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏 app, collaged my photos and the stickers and the background together, printed it out, and I used a clear drying glue to apply it to my mouse pad. So I put down a layer of glue on the mouse pad, I put down the fabric, let that dry, and then I put another layer of glue on top. And I have a nice hard surface to use my computer mouse, and I have used this with my computer mouse and my laptop, and it works. It works great. For my people who like cut and sew projects, I have this little photo album cover here. I printed out my fabric, cut it up, and sewed it together to make a photo album cover. And this one was fun too. This is actually a digital drawing that I did on my tablet. And I printed it on fabric directly from my tablet and sewed it into a little pencil cup. So hopefully you're getting some inspiration and some ideas. There are so many ways to use this material, and we only talked about fabric, right? Because you can print paper on here, computer paper, you can print cardstock. I do it all the time. You can print on envelopes, you can print on photo paper. Brother has amazing photo paper, so you could get glossy photos printed right at home. You don't have to worry about ordering them online or going to the store to pick them up. You can do all of that with your printer. There is even a dedicated tray in here, tray number 1, for paper. So at any moment, you can print paper or fabric. You're ready to go with both of those materials. Pretty cool, right? Alrighty. Let's see, how easy is the learning curve? That's a great question. It is really easy, and you can do whatever you want. So you can make it whatever you want. If you're looking to print your own fabrics to help with, quilt piecing and whatnot, you can learn how to do that, and just it's quick and easy to do. So that actually leads me into the next portion of what I want to talk to you about, which is Brother's 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗏 app. So I have the app on my phone here, and I pulled it up on the screen so I can show it to you at the same time. That way you can see what I'm doing on my phone. And this is the Brother 𝗤𝗃𝗏𝗃 app. It's free to download for Apple or Android users, and you could use it on your phone or your tablet. There is also a subscription that you can opt in for, but you absolutely don't have to. There's tons of free designs on here, and this doesn't only work with the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. It works with all of Brother's wirelessly enabled embroidery machines. So if you are a Brother customer, you have some of their embroidery machines, if you have a scan and cut, if you have a sublimation printer, you can benefit from this app. So if you have not checked it out yet, check it out. Also, if you don't own any Brother products yet, you can still download the app. You can view all the different projects, the different designs in there. So it's a lot of fun. And trust me, you could be on here scrolling for hours looking at all the cute designs. So I'm going to focus in on the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 features for today, because I could go for hours talking about the 𝗤𝗃𝗏𝗏 app. So at the very top of the screen, we have the Explore tab that I'm scrolling on, and we can go to Printing Designs, and this is where our templates live. So we have some project templates, and let me just scooch this over a little bit. There we go. So I was showing you my pillow when we first started. So that was a project template. And we can choose from all these different categories. There are bags, banners. Hold on, hold that thought though. We're talking about banners. I forgot a very important piece of information. I told you that the fabric roll is 5 yards, right? Well, you can print up to 3 yards continuously. So this is not like those fabric sheets that you could buy from a third party and put in the printer that you already have. You're limited to 8.5 by 11 with those. With the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you can print 3 yards without stopping. So that means banners. It means yardage. It means banners. It means large scale pieces of art for your wall, right? Imagine all the possibilities. Wow. This is so cool. And this took 2 minutes to print out. It was so fast. It blows my mind every time. What I did here was I actually embroidered some eyelets in the corners here. That way you could string it up for your party, take it down, and use it year after year. Super cool project. Roll her back up. So yes, there is an entire section here for banners, and they are pre-made designs. So let's take a look at those. Once you select a category, it gives you different thumbnail previews of the project. And you can select anyone you like. It gives you the dimensions straight away. It gives you another up-close preview. Once you press create, now we're on our editing screen. So this is where we can go in and we can change the text, because obviously everyone is not named Olivia, so we need to change that text. We can go to edit, and I can choose a different font. I can choose a different text color, and then I could go to my keyboard and type in a different name. Done. It changes it. Tap the photo. It draws directly from the photos that are on the device that you're using. So I could press change there. And here are my photos. I can add a photo of myself. And then that looks kind of far away, so I can go ahead and crop it. There I am. There's my banner. I'm ready to print. Easy as that. So we were talking about the learning curve. Seems pretty easy, right? Let's take a look at some other stuff on this app here. So we also have, let's see, we have all these fabric patterns, right? So if you just wanted to print some yardage, you can absolutely do that. These are all the patterns here. If you're noticing the little blue crown, it might be hard to see in my screen share there, but you should be able to pick it out. The little blue crown, excuse me, that means that it is part of the 𝗤𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗹𝘀 Plus subscription. So those are paid. And then if there's no crown, that means it's free. And what I really, really love is that you can actually filter out the paid design. So if you don't want to subscribe and you don't want to be looking at the designs that you can't have, you can go up to filter and membership type, uncheck 𝗤𝗂𝗶𝗹𝘀 Plus, apply, and now it's just going to show me the free ones. So I love that feature. Just makes it more accessible for everyone, whether you're subscribing or not. Now, if I'm back at my home screen here, if I go to new down at the bottom and go to printing, we have two other tools here that I want to just briefly show you. So design editor, this is how I made my mouse pad. So I have two sections here. The top one is for sublimation because, like I said, this works for the sublimation printer as well. And the bottom one is fabric roll. So that's what you would choose from if you were printing on the 𝗏𝗏moda. So I'm going to choose letter. And now I can drop in a background. I can add my images. I can add clip art. And it's really easy to edit all this together. So if I want to go ahead and choose, let's do a pattern here. Actually, let's go ahead and choose a gradient, excuse me. That's green. Okay. Let's go with this pink one here. So that's our background. I can press the plus symbol. I can go to my camera roll and I can choose one of my photos in here. I can tap the photo and then I can just use my fingers to pinch and make it bigger. Pinch and make it smaller, pinch and rotate, pinch and move it around. So you're just doing that with your hand, nice and easy. And then I could also add text. Tap it. I can quickly edit, change the saying. Done. I can change the font. I can change the size. I can change the color. Let's make it a fun color. Can't really see that. There we go. All right, so you could just keep playing around in here. You can save it and keep working on it later if you're not ready to print just yet. Lots of stuff to do in here. Now, the geometric patterns feature, that's a really fun one too. So again, I'm going to go down to fabric roll and press letter. Now, what this feature does is it pulls either a fabric pattern that's in the app or an image from your camera roll. And it's like a kaleidoscope. That's the best way to describe it. So you can choose a portion of your photo and it kaleidoscopes it for you. This is looking a little crazy. So maybe it's not the best example, but here we go. You remember my pillow that I showed you earlier? I use this same image, the geometric patterns feature. I took the image and again, it has that kaleidoscope effect. So from far away, it just looks blue and yellow and cute. And then you get up close, it's like one of those conversational prints and you see it's actually your photo.
I mean, how cool is that? Like, it's crazy how cool that is. That's how I created my fabric at the Brother Experience.
Mhm.
And, you know, I mean, and the different options that you have with it, it's like limitless what you can create. And you can, I'm sure you can say it's a one of a kind, because how is anybody gonna, you know, I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, everybody with grandkids and stuff making all these different things.
I know, and it is one of a kind, and we tell people, if you see something you like or you make something you like, save it because you'll never be able to find the same exact layout again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it quite with pictures like that, because that is really cool. That's
The
cool.
pictures are so fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other way would be to kind of take, you know, a pattern that's included, like I call this the sweet treats pattern, and then you can use that pattern to make a secondary one. And now you have two. They look different, but they're the same color. And actually, when you look up close, it's the same stuff going on in both of them. So how great is this to make a quilt? Now you have two coordinating fabrics. You can print a yard of each and cut them up and make a beautiful quilt. So yeah, that's a really fun feature to play with. I think everyone's really, really loved it. So the colors that the printer captures is beautiful. I mean, you've seen a lot of things. I like a lot of color, so I really tested it out. It's really, really vibrant. And there hasn't really been any color that I've printed that I didn't like, you know. It really comes out beautifully. Now, after you print and let it dry, you can peel off that backing. And like I said, this is 100% cotton, non-stretch, so it feels like a quilting cotton, and it's nice and soft to the touch. And there's no residue left after you peel off that backing. So that was a bit of an overview with the app. If you are not really a fan of using apps, that's okay. You can print to the printer without ever using the ArtSphere app. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So what I'm going to do is go into the photos that are on my device. And I have this little photo here. This is a drawing that my mom really loves, and I'm thinking of making her kind of like a little zipper pouch with this illustration on it. So again, I'm just in the photos on my device. I'm going to go to share and print. As long as I am on the same wireless network as my machine, it will recognize the printer, and I can go here and I could say how many copies I want. I'm printing in color, yes. Double-sided, no. Paper size letter, that's fine. When I go to media and quality, I can choose which tray that I want it to come from. So I'll say roll 2, that's the roll of fabric in tray 2. And, oh, I went too fast. Hold on. My paper tray was not installed. I'll do that again. So I'll go to print and feed from tray 2. I went too fast again. That's okay. Let's see. No, it didn't like that. I went too fast. Let's try one more time. Print. Okay. Tray 2. I'm also going to tell it that I'm printing on fabric. And you can see here all the different options. There's the photo paper, there's plain paper. I'm going to say fabric. And check that everything else looks good. Looks good, looks good. Let's press print. I just printed this before we went live, but of course it's not cooperating now. Here
It's okay. I mean, that happens. Like, it happens.
I just printed. So here's how it came out. Beautifully vibrant. It really captured all the detail. And then I let this dry because I printed it a few minutes ago. So I can peel the backing away. There we go. Have my nice fabric ready to sew it into something super cute. And also good to mention, the printer will trim the fabric for you. So this is only 8.5 inches, right? And I have a roll with multiple yards on it. So when you send the print job over to the printer, it is going to print the 8.5 inches, trim it, and spit it out already cut for you. Are there any other questions that you saw? I'm going to try and send this again because I'm not sure why it's not wanting to print.
I don't think I see any more questions. Just Joanne is getting inspired to start using hers more. It's getting me inspired also. I guess you don't, like when you were saying quilting, it's like, oh my gosh, you can like create your own like quilt blocks and oh my gosh, it's like, yeah, it's endless, really. It's endless.
Absolutely. Yeah. I saw a really great project where they printed a big photo as a panel for the center, and then they used the geometric patterns feature to make, using the photo to make the sash.
Around. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Nothing. So strange. I think it must have something to do with I'm using all this bandwidth to go live. It happens to me so often when I'm live.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens to me all the time.
I
know. Well, this was great. So anybody have any more questions before we're all done? I don't think so. I think everybody's good. That was a great demo. I love it. And it's, when you're not using it, you don't like it. And it's so easy. It seems like so easy. Yes, Joanne, very informative. It was great. I can't wait to go to the store tomorrow and print some things out.
Yes, exactly. Another really good idea that has been thrown around a lot is if you have a vintage quilt and you need to repair a piece of it, but they no longer make that fabric. Wow. Take a photo of it, print it. Done.
That's a great idea also. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty endless. So you work for Brother, correct?
Yes.
And what do you do for them? Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I do a lot of this. I do a lot of virtual presentations, show different projects and inspire people to use their sewing machines, embroidery machines, printers. I have the Skitch, I have the sublimation printer. And so I'm always just playing around with lots of different machines.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's a fun job. I mean, that's
it is.
now do you also travel to places?
I do. I travel plenty. For the most part, it's 1 week out of every month that I'm traveling, if not more. I teach classes. I just did a class the other day on My Connection. Have you played with that feature?
No.
You gotta. We gotta chat later. I gotta tell
Mm.
you about My Connection.
Okay. All right. I'm
It's
intrigued. I'm gonna write that down.
it's where you pair your embroidery machine with your scan and cut, and the scan and cut cuts out your applique fabric for you when you're
Oh,
stitching
okay.
an applique.
Yes. I have quite a few customers that do that.
Yeah.
I actually have a brother rep coming to do a class on the scan and cut.
Oh,
Um,
great.
actually, well, it's the 6 needle and the scan and cut, I think. It's like 2 of them.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh, really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy what they all do, and they all talk to each other like that. I mean,
I know.
plan your 𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗃, then, send it to your embroidery machine to embroider, and then you can send it to the scan and cut to cut it, and then quilt it, and it's just, I mean, it's endless.
It's
Very
great.
cool.
Yeah,
Mm,
the network of machines working together.
for sure.
I see a question. Do I have a virtual on the scan and cut? So I personally do have a YouTube page. You can find me at 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗏𝗀. Got a little banner back there. It's a little small, but I do have a couple of project tutorials on there. I do a lot of different unboxings and I talk about how to get started with some of the brother machines. And I also have a small business. I upcycle secondhand clothing using my embroidery designs. So it's all working together.
That's cool. What
Yeah.
can you say what your YouTube was again? SAV
Yep.
un
NYC.
oh, NY underscore NYC. Okay. All right. Perfect.
And you
Perfect.
can find me everywhere with this handle: Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. That's me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much. I just want to make sure are there paper rolls if you wanted a paper banner.
No, not at
Yeah.
the moment, but we have had some creative customers figure out a way to do it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Officially, we do not have a paper roll.
Oh, officially. Okay, I see that.
Yes.
So there must be some kind of workaround, you guys. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for your time and giving us all some new inspiration.
Yeah,
And I'm sure at some point we'll be talking to you again, maybe about another machine. But yeah, thank you so much.
that'd be great. Of course. And don't hesitate to reach out if any of you have any more questions.
That sounds great.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right. All right. That was awesome. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I can't wait to go and fool around with that tomorrow at the store. How cool is that? So, okay. There's another. Okay, so in just a couple minutes, because we're wrapping this up, I will be pulling the name. Well, no, April already pulled the name because she had all that stuff at the office. So I have the name. I will be announcing that in just a couple minutes. I'm just gonna just sum up again. So we added another Anna tote class, June 7th. Palmer-Pletsch lecture, we also added another one of those. And then, of course, we always have classes in the calendar. You can go to angelsewing.com, click on the calendar. Current month pops up. check anything. You can click on anything. It'll pull up and it'll give you all the information on that class, so on and so forth. So yeah, there we go. We do still have openings too, and it's closing in time soon. So if you are at all interested in the Cafe Mystery Quilt Block of the Month and the Tula Pink Big Woods Block of the Month, $25 will hold your spot for any one of those. Hold on. No, Amy, when you just wrote that, I saw it and I went, no, it's not this Sunday. Quilts of Valor is May 19th. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Oh, hi, Janice. So yes. So Quilts of Valor, we are becoming Angels Quilting is becoming part of, Quilts of Valor. And we're going to be creating a club underneath that. And Donna, who is the state rep for Quilts of Valor, will be in the store giving us some information on that May 19th. So, and we can only have so many people at the store. So I'm doing the thing like we usually do with Martelli. And, when we have events at the store, we're charging $10 and $5 of that will go into your account as a $5 credit, and the other $5 will get donated to charity. And actually, the charity is going to be Quilts of Valor. So, because we got to get like certain tags for them. There's like a few different parameters, which again, Donna is going to be going over all that stuff with us on May 19th. Yes, Paula, I am too. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm excited about that. So, so yeah, there's that. I think that's about it. I mean, I'll talk to you guys again on Friday anyway, but actually I wanted to just show you, I don't think I showed you my last 2 blocks. So this, I got to tell you something too. This one I think this one might've been the bonus one. I think this was maybe the bonus one. And I'm not sure. I apologize if I have showed you this already, but here's that one. And then I just did this one. This one was block 12. Look how cool that is, and check out my points. I'm getting so good. And you know what? I am now, at first I was like, I am not starching my fabric. Like, are you kidding me? To me, it's like a lot of work, but it makes all the difference in the world when you starch your fabric, even before you cut it. Which is what I have been doing. Now, does anybody recognize, right, Joanne? Thank you. Does anybody recognize this fabric? Because this is some really exciting news. And I know a lot of you know this fabric. Does anybody on here know this fabric? Do you know where this is from? Do you recognize it? There's got to be someone that recognizes this fabric. I'm going to wait just a little bit. Did I show you guys these that I had made also? Patty showed me how to make these. They're like 3D pinwheels. Look how stinking cute those are. These were fun also. Oh, and I don't know if, yeah, because I was away too. There was another block I did. Love that. I mean, that's all I want to do now is make quilt blocks like crazy. So no one recognizes this fabric. I can't believe that no one is recognizing this fabric. So I was at H&H last week and I had a fantastic time. I'm sure most of you have probably seen the pictures I posted on Angel's Facebook page, all of the people that I met. It was just so fun. I had such a great time. Every time I turned a corner, I was like, oh my gosh, like there's Lori Holt. Like, oh my gosh, it was like so cool. The other one too, when I rounded the corner and she was walking with her husband is Jenny Doan, which was really cool. She's very, very tall too. So you guys all remember Keegan. All right. So Keegan's mom is Andrea. She's usually a Saturday person. I usually see her on Saturdays. I think Keegan's brother does the karate thing down, and then she'll come and shop a little bit at the store. So we were talking about fabrics, and I was telling her about the H&H that I was going, and she asked if I knew that if cherry wood fabrics was going to be there. And I didn't know that. But I said, I'll check. And she wanted me to possibly pick up some fabric for her if they were there, certain colors, blah, 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 blah. So, okay, fine. So when I got there, and I got my book and stuff, they weren't there. They weren't at one of the vendors, but okay, that's all right. So I'm walking around, and all of a sudden in front of me, there was a woman, and she had on the back of her shirt, cherrywood fabric. And I'm like, I tapped her and I'm like, oh my gosh. I go, are you with Cherrywood? And she's like, yes. I go, you're not vending though, are you? And she says, no, we're just here at the show. I'm like, okay, great. Kind of like I was at the show. So we just got to talking, and they're looking for people on the East Coast to carry their fabric. So long story short, we will be having Cherrywood fabrics at our store. And if I guess some of you don't know this fabric, which I'm kind of surprised, they hand dye all their fabrics. So really, really cool. And also we talked, then I met the owner, and we chatted. I had a dinner that Bianni gave us free tickets to go, because we won local quilt shop, the region. And that was part of one of the prizes. And that was just such a fun event also. So I met the owner there, Cherrywood Fabric. So we've already filled out like our forms and stuff. So tomorrow when I go in, I'll be ordering some Cherrywood fabrics. Yes, Amy, I know Cherrywood I just love it. Love it. Love it. Didn't I do another? I thought I did another block with, yeah, I did right here. I think this was the first one. Yeah, that was the first one I did with Cherrywood fabrics. Oh, that's right. And also I talked to her, and she's going to come on to Stitches and Stories at some point. So I'll be, Amy, yeah, you're right. Right. So she'll be coming on at some point on Stitches and Stories. I asked her if I could interview her. Another one, that I met, that I was so excited about also was Carolina Moore. She's the one that, the glow ruler. She was so cool. And our glow rulers, well, no, we did get, we did get some of them in. But I think there was something that was back ordered, and she said they'll be coming. They're like on their way. But she's also going to join us on a Stitches and Stories at some point too. I'll give you guys the heads up so that you know that. But yeah, so yeah, it was just it was really, really fun. And then of course, my highlight is of course meeting and talking to Tula, which she remembered me again, which is very cool. I'm like so excited about that. She's just so nice and down to earth. And she also was showing me the new rulers and the new cutting mats that she has. And, it just, she can design them the way she wants, right? So her mats have a lot of really cool features for quilters. I don't remember like exactly. I mean, you need to see it. So I will be getting some of those in. She also has some new rulers coming out, which are so cute. They're rulers, and then they have etched on them. Like one of them has a giraffe, and one of them has a dinosaur, and they're so stinking cute. So yeah. So I'll be getting those in too. So yeah. Okay. So the winner of the Made and Found, this is the first of 3 different prizes that we'll be doing, because this goes through October. So I wanted to keep your attention. And today's winner is getting a $25 gift card to Angels. Plus I'm giving them one of these. This is a laundry basket quilt dish towel. I have these in my kitchen and I love them. And then I am also going to, I don't know this person. Oh my gosh, where's my name? Oh, phew. I thought I lost the name. I have it right here. I also just want to know if the person, and, I may not find out right now, because I don't think I saw her name. Oh, maybe she's listening and she just didn't write anything, but I'm not sure that she's on. I want to know if you're a quilter or a bag maker, or, what you like. and then I'll pick something accordingly here from my sewing room. So yeah. So anyway, and for those of you that may be listening and you don't know what Made and Found is, you can still join in. It is a block of the week. It's completely free. It goes to October till October. And what I'm doing on the side to get you guys to, go ahead and download that block, get involved. Every picture that you take of a finished block from Made and Found, you will get a raffle ticket. One picture's worth 3 raffles that will go into the bucket. So every picture you send in gets 3 raffles. And then like tonight, I'm pulling the first winner that's going to win $25. And then August 14th is the next one. And that one will be a $50 gift card plus. And then November 6th, which will be the completion, will be a $75 gift card plus. When I say plus, I mean stuff from my room. I have so much stuff in here. It's not even funny. So that is that. And information about joining Made and Found, you can go to AllisonGlass.com. If you scroll down just a little bit, right on her main page, you'll see Made and Found. Just click that and you'll get your blocks. We get them very promptly every Thursday morning. We get them. And then you can be involved and you can try and win some prizes that we are offering here on our end. Also, at the end of this, we're going to have a free class that you guys can come in and we can have like a putting together block, Made and Found blocks. And that'll be a free class that you can come. I'm getting ready to say the name right now, Joanne. So the winner of the Made and Found block is 𝗂𝗂𝗶𝗹𝘀. I don't know 𝗂𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗀. The name doesn't sound familiar to me. No, I didn't say it, you guys. So I did. Now I am 𝗂𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗀. Does anybody know 𗗂𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗀? So that is the winner. I'm just going to type that in right here. Keegan is the winner of $25 gift card. So there we go. So thank you all for tuning in. Oh, she is Joanne. Oh, that's cool. Well, let her know. And then I'll just want to know if she's a quilter or a bag maker so I can kind of pick a prize for her appropriately, So yeah. Oh, she was at the retreat. Okay. So I did meet her then. Yeah. Well, very nice. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you got, okay. So she's a quilter. Thank you. Now I can, perfect. I will have that prize for her. So what do you guys think of that print moda? I mean, I think that is like crazy. I know we listened, Sarah was on like a while ago and then, things just happen and you just get so busy and then, I don't know. But anyway, so print moda is on sale for $8.99 plus you get a free fabric roll. We also have the floor model for sale too, which will be lower than that. Can't say the price here. You know the drill. And, hopefully I'll see you in the store soon. I know I'm on the floor the next 4 days. So I will see you then. I'm at the store on Friday with Mary Lou. She's making an appearance on Friday because Patty and Persis are gone on a sewing cruise. Do you believe that? They're gone on a sewing cruise. So how fun is that? So yeah, that is all that. So again, all right. Hopefully I'll see you all in the store sometime soon. And if not, I will talk to you and see you guys all on